Hey, what's up? What's up, my friend? So, in today's episode, I want to talk about how to become a professional trader. And it's not what you think. Why do I say that? Because when you hear the term professional trader, I know you're probably thinking, oh, it's all about trading for the big boys, trading for the institutions, right? Being a market maker, managing a seven-figure trading account. That's what professional trading is all about. Nope. I'm here to tell you, right, that is nonsense, that is bullshit. Professional trading has nothing to do with who you work for or how much money you're trading. Why do I say that? Let me give you a real life story example. In the 90s, right, there is this hedge fund called long-term capital management. And this hedge fund, right, shows a lot of promise, right? It actually had some of the smartest people in finance, right, working in the hedge fund, developing strategies for the hedge funds. These people, right, are actually Nobel Prize winners, right? They win an award, right, for being so smart out there. And they are hired into the hedge funds, right, to trade the hedge funds money. And the first few years of the hedge fund, right, the hedge fund was literally printing money, ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. The money is just rolling in. And few years into the trading, right, something happened. Okay, I don't want to make this a long story, but eventually, right, their trade soured and they incurred losses in the billions of dollars, $4.6 billion, if I'm not wrong. And the Federal Reserve had to bail them out. If not, right, the financial system might collapse. And this is what actually happened in the 90s, 1997, right? If I were to remember correctly, long-term capital management. So this is why I said that, trading, professional trading has nothing to do with how much money you're managing. It has nothing to do with how smart you are. It has nothing to do with the trading strategies that you're using. It has nothing to do with who you work for, whether it's a bank, hedge funds, institutions, whatsoever. So what is professional trading all about? If you ask me, it's about these three things. Number one, it's about managing your risk. You're not a trader, right? First and foremost, you are a risk manager. You manage risk for a living. That's your core duty as a trader. If you think about this, right, every time you put on a trade, you have absolutely no idea whether it's going to be a winner or a loser. The only thing that is certain is that you know where to get out of your trade if you're wrong. That's why I said that you are managing risk for a living. You can't make any promises in terms of the upside. You have no idea how much money you're going to make. But one thing that you can be certain is that how much you are willing to lose, potentially lose, that is something that you can decide. And that's why you are a professional risk manager. That's one. Number two, professional traders, you focus on the process, not on the results. So I know this sounds very cliche and you might, have a vague idea of what this means. So let me break it down to you exactly what I mean by this. Say, for example, that, right now you are trying to build muscles and to win a bodybuilding competition. You have two options. Option number one, you can sit down on a comfortable sofa like this, a chair, and visualize that you winning the competition, right? Collecting the trophy on stage, collecting the big check, looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff like that. Or number two, you can have a process to follow that increase your odds of winning a competition. And what do I mean by the process? So the process can be break down into something like this. 6 a.m. you wake up every day. 6:30, right? You eat your light breakfast. 7:30 is your first workout of the day. You work out from 7:30 to 9:30. And 9:30 is your post-workout. 10 a.m. you take a short nap for the day. And 11 a.m. you have your lunch. Maybe 1 p.m. is your second workout of the day. 3 p.m. is your post-workout meal. 5 p.m. you go for a light cardio session. 6 p.m. you go for your dinner. 8 p.m. you do some light stretching, have another protein shake, and 10 p.m. you are in bed. So you do this day in, day out for weeks and months. And when it comes to competition time, who do you think is likely to win? The one with the process to follow religiously, or the one that just visualize on the sofa, I'm the next winner, yada yada. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? The one with the process is the one that has a higher chance of winning. You have a process, you have a routine to follow. And it's the same as trading. You can visualize all the profits you want in the world, but if you don't have a process, you don't, develop a trading plan, you don't trade the markets, you don't review your trades, then guess what? It's unlikely you'll make money in the long run. Okay, so number two, right? Professional traders, they focus on the process, not on the results. I know, most of you, all of us, me included, I want the results. But the way to achieve the results is not by focusing on it, right? But to have a process to get you towards the result. That is important. And the third thing is this. Professional traders, they protect their mental capital. What is mental capital? So here's the thing, right? You might have a trading account. You might blow up your trading account, but hey, so what? You might have some savings. You can still top up your trading account. But once your mental capital is depleted, then it's pretty darn difficult to get back into trading. So mental capital is pretty much the energy here in your head, right? That gets you going, gets you persevere through the losing streak, to get you through the drawdown, to place the next trade consistently over time. That is mental capital. And all of us, right, each day, we have finite mental capital. If you don't believe me, right, when you go for a job interview, before the interview, you're feeling pumped up, energized, right? After the interview, you're like, man, what this is? Whew, this is shack, boy. This is really shack. What's going on? Mental capital, right? We all have finite mental capital each day. And you need to protect your mental capital as a trader. You cannot let your losses get to you personally. Because if you do, right, you lose and you lose and you lose, right? You blow up multiple trading accounts. Eventually, you'll get tired of trading. You'll give up on trading and you just, abandon this entire endeavor altogether. And I get it. Trading is not for everybody. But if you want to be a professional trader, you must protect your mental capital. And how do you protect it, right? Again, by doing the two things I shared with you earlier. Manage your risk. Always manage your risk. Have a stop loss, right? Predetermine how much you want to potentially lose before you even put on a trade. Okay? Sometimes you don't even need to use stop loss. You can use hedging techniques, options, or rebalancing your portfolio, whatever. But you must be prepared to lose. Be prepared to manage your risk. And then number two, we spoke about earlier. You must focus on the process, not just the results. Focus on the process. And that will deliver the results. Okay, and that's it, right? That's what professional trading is all about. Number one, managing your risk. Number two, focus on the process. And number three, protect your mental capital. So with that said, I have come to the end of today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the link is all below, and I will talk to you soon.